guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we're doing another part of What If Naruto Was Kaguya's Son, and this is part 3 to the series. Your support on the last 2 parts has been amazing, so thank you so much for that. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go on to part 3 of What If Naruto Was Kaguya's Son. In the last part, Naruto started his training with Kaguya and learned how to use some of Kurama's chakra, and actually awoke from his coma. Now, everyone thought he was blind, but he actually had a Byakugan that didn't have a blind spot, so he has complete 360-degree sight, which, if you think about it, is broken on its own. But anyways, so as I said, everybody thinks Naruto is blind, but through chakra sensing, he learned to see people. And so Naruto joined the academy, but also his little sister's there because she's a prodigy trained by 2 Sannin and a Hokage. Neji and Sasuke do kind of like Naruto because not only is he pretty much of high status, you could say, being the Hokage's child, and Sasuke is, well, not an emo, you could say, because the Uchiha massacre hasn't happened. I'm not sure if it will happen, we'll have to see. Anyways, they both like Naruto because of his status and because of his strength, because he's pretty powerful. Well, he's even more powerful than they know, but what they know of, he's pretty powerful. But then comes a day at the academy where they need to spar. Now, usually Naruto is held out from sparring, but this time he really wanted to spar, so he told Iruka that he wants to spar. If you're wondering why they usually don't let Naruto spar, it's because, well, as I said, everybody thinks he's blind, and although he can sense people, they don't think his chakra control is good enough yet, so he can actually fight whilst being blind. However, because Kiba doesn't have anyone else to spar with either, he then spars with Naruto. Everyone is a little excited, but the teachers are a little bit scared because they don't want to get in trouble with Minato having his son fight, or rather spar, with somebody else. But, oh boy. Kiba quickly rushes Naruto because he thinks that by quickly moving, he'll stop Naruto from being able to sense him. But all it takes is a single punch to the stomach, and Kiba falls backwards to the ground. With a single punch, Kiba gives up. Everybody's shocked. But what? How could he even see me? I was going way too fast for him. There's even some people that couldn't actually see Kiba. Because let's just say Kiba's actually not powerful, but he is a mediocre student. So he actually has some skills, because in the original, I think, in my opinion, he was pretty lame. But anyways, Sasuke and Neji are super happy in their mind, and now really want to be Naruto's friends and have him as their teammate. For Naruto, of course, this was super easy. But, anyways, Ruko lets Naruto win the match, and so the day at the academy is over. However, unlike everybody else, Naruto just goes to the forest. He barely goes home anymore. And there's even been some times where he's literally slept in the forest outside of the village and only came back for the academy. Nobody really knows where Naruto's going, and Kushina's a little concerned. Because ever since Naruto got beaten up and woke up again, he's been really distant to everyone. But there's always been one thing that's been the same. He always goes to the forest. Then, one day, whilst eating breakfast, Minato asks Naruto to join them for afternoon training with Karui, Jiraiya, and Tsunade. Naruto agrees, but he's not too thrilled about it, as you can imagine. But he goes there anyways, and so he learns that Karui is trying to learn the Rasengan, but she wants to do something special with it. She's trying to do something similar to what Boruto does when he throws his Rasengan. But she's gonna have hers not only be throwable, but also explode. Yes. Yes, it's gonna explode. So, whilst practicing, because Naruto's kind of a chakra control expert, that, of course, the Sannin and Minato don't really know about, but he still tries to give her tips subtly, because he actually kind of likes Karui. I mean, it is his sister after all. So Naruto goes over and touches her hand to show her something for the first time in a very long time. And from all the emotion that she got, her chakra, because she was in the middle of doing the jutsu, and her focus shifted completely to Naruto, and then the worst happened. Her dream then became a nightmare. The jutsu exploded right into her face. But more than that, it exploded in Naruto's face. And so, the Sannin, Minato, and Kushina saw an injured Naruto and a crying Karui. Which one did they go to? Of course they went to Karui, because she is a child of prophecy, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, that's what they believe. But anyways, they go over there, and Tsunade immediately starts healing her. But Karui, well, her hand is maybe broken, but Naruto's much worse off because the explosion hit him right in the face. because she was basically pointing at him. The explosion left Naruto shocked because, whilst it wouldn't have been such a big problem if he was prepared for it, that's the whole point. He wasn't prepared. He was trying to help her, but little did he know gonna he was gonna have the jutsu explode in his face. His face was a whole mess. His nose was broken. His eyes, well, though they were the new eyes that Kaguya got, basically, Naruto's eyes are basically like shoes at this point, where he gets some new ones every couple of years. That was a joke, alright? His new eyes are now broken as well, because obviously he had his eyes open. Sorry about that. I mean, of course, who wouldn't have his eyes open while it's trying to teach your little sister something? So, his face is a complete mess. He's knocked out cold, and he is, again, a bloody pulp. Where does he wake up to? Of course, he wakes up in a cloud-like place, but this time it's different. Not only is Kurama there already, but also he's actually laying on Kaguya's hair. Because Kaguya's hair, for some reason, is not even trolling, like 5 meters long, and he's literally laying on it like it's a bed. And it feels so soft and cuddly and warm. It feels like what a true mother would feel like. And she starts healing Naruto. But for some reason, she has some trouble healing Naruto in his real body. She can still do it, especially with Kurama's help, but for some reason, it's a little harder than it usually would have been. And referring back to my eyes like shoe joke, yes, Naruto's gonna get brand new eyes from Kaguya, alright? Flame me in the comments all you want. He's getting new eyes. Yep, getting new eyes. This time, who would have guessed? Although they still look like the Byakugan, well, to everyone else, of course, this time he's getting the Sharingan from the Uchiha clan. Of course, this has much more potential than the Byakugan, even if the Byakugan is buffed. The Sharingan, of course, not only has the 1, 2, and 3 Tomoe, but it also has the Mangekyo and Eternal Mangekyo. And because fans wanted it, the ultimate Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Now, he won't have it immediately, of course, because that'd just be way too OP, but he will get it at some point. But for now, we're still in this situation. Naruto is bleeding, unconscious, but of course, everyone's focus is on Karui, and they're trying to heal her. After she's good and she can actually walk again, and she's completely fine, when they look back to Naruto, Tsunade already used a lot of her chakra to heal Karui because she wanted a completely healed Karui and didn't just want her to be fine. She genuinely gave it all she could, even if it wasn't a fatal wound. And so, Tsunade actually used most of his chakra, which means that she can't completely heal Naruto's wounds. She tries to, but she can't. So they have to bring Naruto to the hospital because in this storyline Karui is the only one that Tsunade actually taught her medical jutsu. So like Sakura didn't yet, at least, get Tsunade's healing powers, or training rather, and Karui is low on chakra from training, so nobody can heal him. That's right there and then. So they first have to go to the hospital, which of course won't take long because Minato's flying Raijin. But there, even at the hospital, it takes a while because before the doctors can get to Naruto. And so they heal him as much as they can, but again, even they can't heal all of Naruto's wounds. At this point, it's even looking worse than the time Naruto was beaten up when he was 6. Now, Kaguya goes more into detail into the Sharingan for Naruto so that he can get stronger because Naruto has, well, Naruto has more potential than Kaguya did because whilst Kaguya is daughter of a nobleman, Ishiki is royalty. And we all know royalty, they have privileges. Because why the hell not? And so they have extra Kekkei and they're extra powerful and they're extra, extra, extra. And so, yeah, Naruto is actually has more potential than an average Otsutsuki. Now, Naruto wakes up, but again, no one's there. They all went to the Namikaze house because, well, Naruto was unconscious for a few hours and they actually didn't want to wait there. Yes, I'm sorry, Naruto's childhood won't be the best, alright? It won't be the greatest. I kinda need it for better plot, and it would actually make sense, in my opinion. Now, Kaguya actually had to up her genjutsu on Naruto because not only were his eyes, like, cut and bruised from before to the point where he couldn't see, but now they're like completely broken. Like absolutely destroyed. So, without saying a word, Naruto goes to the forest. But this time, after being with Zetsu for about half an hour, he sees a beautiful young girl arrive. She walks up next to him and asks, "Are you Naruto Namikaze?" "Yes, that's me." "Hello, Lord Naruto." "Lord Naruto? What do you mean by that?" "Well, you must know, of course. You're a Tsutsuki royalty." Wait, does that mean you're... Yes, I am an Otsutsuki, just like you. But well, I wouldn't consider myself just like you. Because you, of course, you're royalty. But I'm here to not look after you, but I'm here to help you in any way I can. Because I have been trained for this my entire life. We then cut back to after Ishiki lost contact with Kaguya on Earth. They were planning on doing a rescue mission to look what happened to Kaguya and maybe unseal her if she got sealed, because that's one of the only ways to actually, well, at least temporarily, stop Kaguya in her tracks, because she is a little special, alright? I won't say it yet, but for now I'm just gonna say she's a little special of Natsutsuki. So, then Ishiki got a better idea. Because Kaguya was able to send a message to the Otsutsuki home planet. She sent it straight to Ishiki. And she said... Actually, I won't say what she said. But Ishiki's response to that was choosing one person that's about Naruto's age. And that person would not only help Naruto, look out for him, serve him, and care for him, but that person would also help to bring Kaguya back, and it could be a potential mate for Naruto to keep the royal bloodline going. Because let's just say Otsutsuki's had a lot of arranged marriages, especially in the noble/royal sector of the planet, let's say. And this girl, she was the most promising of her age. Disclaimer, although they are super young, well, 8 years old, on the Tsutsuki home planet, there's something similar. Well, there's something similar to how Kaguya used her time bending powers. There's a similar room to that, like there is in Dragon Ball, and there again, 1 day equals 1 year. So this girl really had a lot of practicing and a lot of time to train. And she trained a lot. She was by far the strongest in her age group, and even beat people above her age. And she was by far the prettiest out of all of them, and actually came from a noble family that was good friends with Ishiki. And so it was decided that she would be sent to planet Earth to not only help and serve Naruto and Kaguya, but also to be a potential mate if Naruto so chooses to. Because I'm gonna say that Ishiki is nice and gives Naruto a choice with his marriage, because he doesn't like to force his son. We cut back to this girl, which I will let you guys name. Totally not because I don't have a name for her, alright? I'll let you guys choose the name for her. And so, she bows down and actually goes on one knee and says, I pledge my allegiance to you, Lord Naruto. But that's gonna be where I leave the video off. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe. See ya!